Hi friends, today we are going to discuss who does what in organizations. Under this heading, we are going to discuss about the roles of directors, roles and responsibilities of directors. Here we are going to say that not only the roles, they are having the responsibilities also. So sometimes the roles and responsibilities can be clubbed together. So sometimes they may ask what are the responsibilities of directors. Sometimes they may ask what are the roles and responsibilities of directors. So we have kept the title as the same, and it may include sometime in place of director they may say MD. MD is the managing director, and CEO. They may write the what are the roles and responsibilities of any CEO in any organization. CEO is the chief executive officer. Now we start moving. The director will be a part of top management in any organization for making all decisions related to health and safety. It is saying that always the director will be considered as a part of the top management. In actually also they are the part of the top management. They are the top management part, and they are going to make all the decisions related to health and safety. Because they are sitting at the topmost position, they will provide the man, machine, material, everything. They will make a all decisions for each and every activity of the health and safety related. The directors must demonstrate clear commitment and visible leadership with regard to health and safety. Here they are saying the director level people or officers, they also demonstrate clear commitment. Whatever commitment they have done in the policy, once they are formulating the health and safety management system, they told that they will provide the training, they will make a zero accident organization, they will follow lot of legal compliance. So they also following the same thing. And visible leadership. Visible leadership means they are already in the top notch people on the management. They are the leader who are going to organization ahead. So they also should show leadership toward health and safety by the visible manner. Visible manner in what? We can say that they are going to participate in safety tours, they are the part of the safety survey, they are attending the health and safety committee meetings, they are making any performance review meeting, they are the part of that. By these method, he is going to show the visible leadership. Directors need to ensure that health and safety responsibilities are properly discharged. So here it is saying that whatever the directors need to ensure that health and safety responsibilities are properly discharged. Whatever the responsibilities has been given to him, or whatever he has decided, it is going to functioning in all full-fledged manner. He is going to control each and every activities. He is able to monitor each and every activities, and he is going to effectively implementing whatever he has decided. He is going to making ensure means he is going to make 100% sure thought that all the activities as per the plan, as per the occupational health and safety management system are going on. The directors main roles to keep the occupational health and safety management system up to date. Due to the lot of changes into the technology wise, process wise, workers wise, legal compliance wise, he has to update his occupational health and safety management system. He has to keep updating the his system. Director has to provide adequate resource allocation. Adequate means optimum. Whatever is the requirement is their minimum requirement, they have to adequately they have to provide resources. What are the resources are there? Like PPE, safety gears, safety equipment, manpower, materials, money, all are the resources that he has to allocate. Wherever the more requirement is there, he has to adequately to allocate. Resources are available with them. He has to decide if anywhere the construction work is going on, so in that time he has to allocate the more ppes, more safety gear equipment towards that construction work activities in compared to housekeeping activities. So if we compare, like where the high risk activities, accordingly they will make a decision and they are going to distribute the resources to establish, implement and maintain the occupational health and safety management system. They have to establish the system, they have to implement the system, and they will keep maintaining the occupational health and safety management system. Next, we see to carry out an annual review of occupational health and safety management system performance. The directors, they have to do the annual review. It is a legal requirement also. Once in a year, they have to do the review of their health and safety performance. So they will take participate in that. They will consider so many indicators, information they will consider, and they have to review whether the system is working perfectly or not. They ensure that there are effective occupational health and safety management system for promoting, for monitoring and reporting on the organization health and safety performance. They are going to make ensure that their occupational health and safety management system is effectively working. First of all, effectively working, and proper monitoring is happening, and proper reporting is happening on the organizational health and safety performance. If the monitoring and reporting is correct, is happening, whatever the accident are happening into the organization, and he is getting the correct information, how many LTI happening in a month, or how many minor accident or any type of accident happening in a month. So he can make a plan. He can see the performance of his health and safety management system. Ensure that any significant health and safety failure and their investigation are communicated to them. If there are any failures of the health and safety failures, significant health and safety failures, significant means important, which are much more relevant related to health and safety failures and their investigation. After that, some investigation is going to happening. So that all the things are going to communicate it to him. Whether who will communicate, worker will communicate, or the middle management people will communicate, they are going to communicate to him all the failures and the whatever the investigation outcome. Yes. So by getting this information, they again try to improve the system. Ensure that when decisions are made towards health and safety implication are fully considered. So directors level people, they ensure whatever the decision. Suppose any accident has been happened on the site, and they have given the they have to provide some control measures on the site. Suppose any dangerous occurrence happened due to the come into the contact of the machine dangerous part. So he has taken a decision to isolate the machine by keeping the guard on the machines. So he is going to ensure that whatever decision he has taken or directors has taken toward health and safety implications are fully considered or not. So whether the guard after that some time action plan, they have given the action plan, and whether they have been fully considered, because they don't want again the accident to happen and their safety management system should not perform poor. So they going to making ensure that regular audits are carried out to check that effective health and safety risk management system are in place. They are making ensure the regular audits are carried out. The audits may be internal audit, it may be an external audit. The audit is an independent and systematic and critical examination of the health and safety management system. So they are going to providing the regular audit to their organization to check the independent opinion about the health and safety management system, how it is working, how much effectively it is working. Whether effectiveness means it is they have implemented the system, whether that system is giving the desired output or not. That is the meaning of the effectiveness. They ensure they are going to provide the competent people. They are hiring the one or more competent person to assist the organization to meet out requirement of occupational health and safety management system. Because all the health and safety matters, sometime in the industry various type of work is going on. In a one industry, some construction work is going on, some processing is going on, manufacturing is going on, so many miscellaneous types of activities are going on. So one ordinary safety officer cannot look after all the activities together. So they need to hire one or more competent person. Who are the more competent? Competent means who are having the KATES. What is the KATES? Knowledge, ability, training, experience, and skills. KATES to assist the organization. They are going to helping to the organization to meet out the requirement of occupational health and safety management system. So these are the roles and responsibilities of the directors. Now in the next slide, we are going to summarize whatever we have just now we discussed all these points. We are going to summarize in a smaller form. So these forms are going to help us to memorizing the points, all the points which we can write. And in the exam, we have to write nowadays the complete one sentence. So that is the two slides, whatever we represented over here. In that manner, we have to write the answer. But for memorizing purpose, we are keeping the in a short bullet points. Again, revising, making our decision related to health and safety, demonstrate clear commitment and visible leadership, ensure health and safety responsibilities are properly discharged, keep occupational health and safety management system up to date, advocate resource allocation, carry out annual review of occupational health and safety performance, ensure effective occupational health and safety management system monitoring and reporting, ensure significant health and safety failures and their investigations, ensure decision toward health and safety fully considered, ensure regular audits are carried out, and hiring the competent persons. So here we are summarizing all the points which were discussed in earlier two slides. So this is very easy to remember. You can remember all these points and you can make a good answer into the exam. Now we are going to discuss one more topic which is very similar to this, that is the how top management can demonstrate commitment. So this is also a very big topic, but as per the syllabus requirement of the NIBOS, we are keeping the main relevant point. From the previous slide also you can pick up the some points, and in the future chapter element of the NIBOS also we are going to discuss in more detail. But here as per the element 1 the requirement is this much, and we are going to discuss only these points.